Tommy, yeah, I guess take me through your kind of mindset, your emotions, going from that crazy game to now obviously this big one coming up and having a share of the title for sure, but needing to win, of course, to win it outright.
Yeah, everyone's been big so far. So it's just, coming back from another big win from a Big Sky Conference championship there and going back and chasing that 1-0 that we have all year.
And it's going to be your final Cat Grizz. So just what has this journey meant to you and, all these seasons leading up to kind of your senior day?
Yeah, the 4.5 years now that I've been at Montana State over here in Bozeman, have been a huge moment of growth in my life, how I've developed as an individual, as a young man, and that'll continue into the future. And all these games, they play a role, and certainly this one's a big one. So we're excited to go chase that 1-0 again this week.
What stands out most about Montana when you're watching them on film and everything?
Yeah, they always play with a lot of energy, a lot of passion on defense. They run to the ball, they're physical, and they continue to be a little bit more and more expansion of what they do on defense, I suppose, just as you kind of have seen them throughout the season. So excited to kind of break them down a little bit further here. Obviously, I know a lot of their players personally. I've grown up around them, watched them play football when they were in high school. A lot of those Montana kids, so know a lot about them, and excited to go compete against them.
The third downs and fourth downs in red zone, really good in 2022. Cat Grizz last year, obviously not as good, and then this year you guys have been really good in those situations. So what do you think maybe that been the differences this year to be so good in those situations?
I think we were really solid almost all of last year. So I think that we have a great game plan, and we had last year, and we're going to continue to have that. We have a lot of guys that go and make plays for us, and we have a really physical O-line, very smart O-line, and we're just consistent with what we do on offense.
This senior class seems so special. I mean, 23 of you guys. Just what has this journey meant with them and the brotherhood as you enter senior day?
Yeah, walking into this program, we have kind of three classes here of seniors. We have the class ahead of me that are, redshirt COVID seniors, and we have the class that's 1 year. They got here 1 year after me, which are, true 4-year starters, 4-year contributors that, are also seniors. So, we've battled through everything together, considering the seasons, the ups and the downs, the playoffs. Just going and expecting to win every single week is hard on a program. But that's the expectation here, and that's what we love. That's a privilege to have. And so, going through 4 years of that with these guys, they know what's expected. They know what the standard is, and they've kept it. And it's been great to persevere with those guys and just work with them. Certainly in the winter as well. They don't back down from any sort of competition, and I know that I always have their back, and they always have mine.
You got to share the Big Sky title with this win against Davis and get it outright this week. What does a conference title, I guess, kind of mean to this team this year?
Yeah, I think it's big for any program. That's the ultimate goal for any Big Sky team for the regular season. That's the pinnacle for whoever's program it is. And so we ultimately went out and we had a great beginning to this year, and we continue to persevere and get after a lot of teams. And so that's part of what our goals are. So. Ultimately, we're not there yet. We have higher aspirations, and this is going to be part of it this week.
Similar opportunity from last year to this year with the conference title on the line. What do you take from last year's game, and how does it kind of help you going into this weekend?
So ultimately, they don't have a chance of winning the conference title. We ultimately can be the outright winners. So it's not necessarily the exact same as last year.
Exactly.
So. But I'm excited for the opportunity for them to come over here and to compete against them. Last year we had to learn a lot about ourselves, following that game and throughout that game, and so I'm very excited to have the opportunity to play back here and have another shot at them for sure. They're a really great program, and I got a lot of respect for them. So I'm excited for them to come over here.
That play to the touchdown to Rohan. I mean, you're seeing an unblocked blitzer. I mean, can you take me through this, having to get away and then seeing a guy wide open down the field?
Yeah. UC Davis, they made it tough on us for sure. They did a lot of different things. They didn't really show any of it on film, so they had really adjusted a lot from anything they did previously. And so, as simple as it might have been, there was just a little bit of a tweak there of what they had up front. And so, especially with a new O-lineman coming in that series, the communication wasn't perfect, and we ultimately cut one guy free. And I think. We knew they were going to be in some sort of man look there, pre-snap, and ultimately it's just, go make a play at that point. So it's kind of a broken down play. You got to go make a play, and ultimately, the combination of Rowe and me, we put 7 on the board.
Coulter, go for it.
Yeah, hey Tommy. First of all, getting a chance to represent not only the state of Montana, but also your hometown of Butte America one last time in this rivalry game. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. So, that's the middle ground of this state, and obviously, it's going to go lean one way or the other, and Butte is, ultimately over here at Montana State, so I'm going to be expecting their support, and obviously, I'm all sold in here to Montana State, this program, and forever going to bleed blue and gold. So, excited for the opportunity to, obviously represent the state, represent my hometown of Butte once again in this great rivalry.
Matchup-wise, the Grizz, you guys have run the ball really effectively against them sometimes, but other times not. So what do you think of just their 3-3-5 front, especially against your run game?
Yeah, they do a lot of twists. They do things that are very unorthodox compared to a lot of teams. But I think just throughout this entire year, a lot of teams, they saw what success they had against us at the end of last year, and they try. A lot of teams have tried to mirror that as much as they can. And I think Davis, ultimately did as well last week. And you look back at the Eastern game, I think that they did a good job of completely adjusting from what they had done previously as well to this, more obscure front games, and so I think that we've had a lot of good shots at playing defenses that have tried to keep the same sort of scheme. But like I said, I think that they play with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and I think that we've all those opportunities have helped us grow to be a team that's prepared for them.
In the past game, they ran so much man in the past, but it seems like the mix and coverage is a lot more, especially the second half of the season. So just tell me about that matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they ultimately do want to be a zone team. They want to have eyes in the backfield, know where guys are going against a team like us. They've shown that. But they also, once in a while, they for sure want to bring a lot of blitzers, and behind that, they'll play some zones, but they also play man. So, I think that they believe in their guys. They're physical at the point of attack, wherever that might be, out on the perimeter, condensed in the middle at the front 5. But I think it just, if they are going to be playing man, we got to go make plays, and if they're going to be playing zone, we got to go make plays. So it doesn't really matter. We have to go execute, and our offense is preparing for that right now.
And last one, just the way that your coaching staff prepares you for not only this game, but to endure big games all the time. How much do you think that helps you guys going into this game? Yeah,
absolutely. This program, the senior class, the guys in this team have played a lot of big games, and ultimately, like we just talked about, to win a conference championship, every single one has to be big for you, because every team that comes in here is going to give you their best, because they know that you're the top of the food chain and they're trying to knock you down. So every game, this entire year has been really big, and they just continue to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what we've been, climbing to. So last game of the regular season, playing Montana, big opportunity for us, and I think all of them that have in the past have prepared us for it.